Sharing Marina YouTube channel. Today we will be discussing about what is ovality of an auxiliary engine crankpin. So let's discuss about ovality of an auxiliary engine. Ovality of an auxiliary engine means it is a distortion of a cross section of pipe or tube from its normal shape is called ovality. That means it's a distortion due to cross section of pipe or tube from its normal shape. Distortion of cross section of pipe or tube from its normal shape is known as ovality. In case of diesel engine, ovality can be of connecting rod, crankpin, crankshaft, cylinder bore, etc. In case of diesel engine, ovality can be connecting rod, crankpin, crankpin, and crankshaft, cylinder bore, etc. Micrometer, it is used to check the agent ovality, and if it is found out of limit, one can go for replacement to avoid further damage. Ovality means if a micrometer is used to check the agent ovality, if it is out of limit, then one can go for replacement to avoid further damage. Ovality of auxiliary engine means it is distortion of the cross section of pipe or tube from its normal shape is called ovality. In case of diesel engine, ovality can be of contained rod, crankpin, crankshaft bore, that is crankshaft or cylinder bore, etc. Micrometer is used to check the agent ovality. If it is out of limit, one can go for replacement to avoid further damage. Then ovality in crankpin means it is used to check because of directional thrust, lube oil failure, uneven loading of cylinders, overloading, etc. The ovality of crankpin can be checked because it is caused because of directional thrust, lube oil failure, uneven loading of cylinders, overloading, etc. The maximum allowed is 1/4 of bearing clearance. For a crankpin, maximum ovality can be is about 1/4 of bearing clearance. The measured by the external micrometer, taking fillet for oil groove as reference and compared with its previous reading. How we will measure means measure the external micrometer by taking fillet for oil groove as a reference and compare it with previous reading. It can be removed by grinding up to 2 mm depth. This ovality of crankpin can be removed by grinding up to 2 mm depth. Okay. Here the ovality of crankpin, it is caused by directional thrust, lube oil failure, uneven loading of cylinders, overloading, etc. The maximum allowed is 1/4 of bearing clearance. This is measured by external micrometer by taking fillet for oil groove as reference and compare it with previous reading. And it can be removed by grinding up to 2 mm depth and all. Thank you.